Good morning! We are currently at the ranch at Death Valley, and today we're gonna see how the Ford Explorer can take on Death Valley. So let's go on a bit of an adventure. Starting the day off by heading to breakfast. Elevation 190 feet below sea level. So we finished breakfast and a quick briefing for today. Death Valley is the hottest, lowest, and driest place in America. The record is 134 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty crazy. I don't think we're seeing those temperatures today, but it's gonna be desolate, and we're gonna do some proper off-roading. That's what we've been promised. We've got the lineup of Explorer Tremors. That'll be what we're testing out. We have officially left the pavement. Time to do some off-roading. The Ford Racing Super Duty support truck is also pretty badass. There's a bunch of mines over here. It's not advisable to go into them, but you can see carved out there. Apparently they used to mine for silver, gold, and lead out here. Look at that. That is cool. Who wants to go down there?
If they didn't want you in it, they would fence it out.
Yeah,
Fair enough. So somebody went down there. You good? Starting out with some rocks, some gentle rock crawling. This thing has just under an inch of increased ride height compared to non-Tremor Explorers, so 8.7 inches of ground clearance. It's like 0.8 inches increase, mostly likely because of the tires. We have unique 18-inch wheels with these all-terrain tires, and we do have skid plates underneath protecting your delicate bits. Important things, your transmission, stuff like that. And we have definitely already heard the skid plates doing their job. We're in off-road mode, which pulls up the front camera, which is very useful. It's got the tire tread mark showing you where your wheels are aimed, and that's really helpful because sometimes when you're off-roading, you're going over a blind crest or maybe a sharp turn, and you just can't see. You don't know what's going on. If you're going up a hill, right? We're about to do a hill climb here. You're just looking at the sky, and the cameras can be really, really helpful. And off-road mode pulls that up the entire time. We'll have to go up this little hill climb here, so let's see how this thing handles it. Of course, this is all-wheel drive as standard. The U625, that's the code for this generation of Ford Explorer, is actually a rear-wheel drive-based platform. That's what they debuted with this generation. This is the mid-cycle update, which was mainly focused on some of the changes inside here, the newer screens. We have the 12.3-inch digital cluster and a 13.2-inch infotainment system here. It's Google-based now, I believe, so that was another change. But this is a rear-wheel drive-based platform. Of course, all-wheel drive here in the Tremor. Talked about a couple of the mechanical bits to ensure this thing is Tremor rated. And I'm actually pretty impressed. We're doing some decent off-roading here. This is not gentle, easy slopes just frolicking through the grass. There's rocks, some pretty sharp drop-offs, sharp turns, and the Tremor has been showing its abilities. All right, my turn. We've got spotters up there, a bunch of people taking photos and video. Let's go. Nice and gentle. We got a spotter up there telling us driver or passenger. Keep it straight. Steady throttle application. And then straight on. Making it very easy. Nice. I noticed these earlier. These are really weird looking plants. They've got this little like bulb right there. And all of a sudden we've become a nature documentary. We are encountering some wildlife. There are wild donkeys over there. Oh no, they're running away. They're curious, they keep looking. I wonder how often they come across vehicles and people out here. Today's vlog has become a nature documentary. Getting the Explorer Tremors properly dusty and dirty, using them as they are meant to be. You can still see that little electric spice pocket on the wheels. That is to indicate where to air up or air down, right? So the valve stem right there. That's a design element, but gives it a little bit of functionality there too. Visually, some of the changes include the LED off-road lights here in the grille with that electric spice accent, and then you have the tow hooks here. You can see one of the skid plates. They slightly revised the front fascia. 18-inch wheels with black finish, and then the little electric spice pocket, and then the all-terrain tires. And then coming around to the back, we get a Tremor badge there. You get a couple more electric spice accents. It's like bronzish orange, yellow. They call electric spice. That's the marketing terminology for it. One of the lesser known Spice Girls. And then we have the tow hitch here, 5,000 pound towing capacity. You can see some more of the protection underneath there. And then the Explorer lettering. So subtle tweaks. Really, it's the wheels and tires that give it more of the personality switch. And then of course, all those little accents. In terms of the powertrain, all the Tremors we've been driving today have the upgraded 3-liter EcoBoost V6, making 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. There is an entry-level 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline-4 that makes 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, but I'm really happy they have made this available with the more powerful 400 horsepower EcoBoost V6. It feels plenty strong, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and of course, this one is all-wheel drive as standard. Oh, sorry. That was a complete brain fart. Forgot which side drivers. Thought I was in the UK, right-hand drive. Oops. Oh, look at that. And you can see how much help the cameras are. Really? Wheel in the air. That's legit off-roading. The sound of that brush on the underside on the skid plates is so weird. But his skid plates are doing their job. Not that those little branches would do anything, but we're in a little town and hello? There's this abandoned ghost town out here. Union Pacific used to be a railroad station and then casino. And then on the right over here, we have what was an old bank. Here is a house built with glass bottles because wood is not plentiful in Death Valley. Instead, this is a different form of recycling.
Look in the window here, you can see like the sun coming through the glass window.
Oh, wow. I kind of see there's a bed there too. Oh wow, it's all abandoned. Somebody commented this kind of like Fallout, like there might be ghouls in there. Kind of creepy, but also kind of cool. That's quite a backyard. We have a well, and then mini houses. That one looks vaguely Asian looking. This thing is like a game of I Spy gone wild. There's a horse? Railroad crossing? What the heck? Is it actually? Nope, that's not an actual well. My conclusion is if you spend way too much time in the middle of nowhere, Death Valley, you eventually go insane and build a house out of glass bottles and whatever other craziness is over there. It redefines affordable housing. Actually, genuinely, apparently bottle houses are really good in hot climates because they stay cooler when it's hot out and they stay a little bit more warm and better for insulation. Not viable on mass scale, obviously, but kind of cool to see. All right, so we are back on pavement now, so let's wrap up some final thoughts on what the Explorer Tremor has been like. We came to Death Valley and we conquered it. Handled everything totally fine, and there was some technical stuff. We tested out the skid plates, there was some bashing, durability testing, and definitely some technical stuff getting up there. Initially, when it's the easier stuff, honestly, most modern SUVs with all-wheel drive could handle it, but we did get up there where, the diff definitely helped, the Torsen limited slip differential, the tires are a big deal, the all-terrain tires are a huge factor, and the slight little suspension lift. Is this a hardcore off-roader? No, absolutely not. That is not the point of the Tremor line. I've always described it as a low-calorie Raptor. It's a Raptor that has gone on a diet. The Raptor will always be the Halo most capable, most badass version of a Ford off-road product, but sometimes you don't necessarily need that, especially on like the trucks. Like the F-150 Raptor is crazy. The Raptor R, love it, but it's massive. It's so impractical for most usages. The F-150 Tremor is really cool. So that treatment spreading across the lineup. Here with the Explorer Tremor, this is for somebody who wants to go on adventures, wants to go off the grid, camping, active lifestyles, those kinds of things. And it's becoming popular. You see a lot of different OEMs offering these light off-road packages. And what I like about the Tremor is there's actually some mechanical changes. It's not just a decal pack with some tow hooks on front and like that's it, right? You do have the limited slip differential, the suspension recal, the slightly increased ride height. It's not a ton, but it's enough to get us around and take you to your next adventure. Now, the pricing, that's where there's a little bit of a challenge. Now, base price for one of these is $48,000, but there's this like ultimate package that's nearly 12 grand. I was looking at the window sticker, and I'm not quite sure I see the 12,000. It adds some nice features like the panoramic roof, the memories, the massage seats. It does add some nice things, but it takes the price to this one as option over $64,000. And that is a lot of money for a Ford Explorer. I went and looked at how much the Explorer ST I spent a week living with cost. That was $60,000. So the Tremor is even more expensive. Oh, we're back into Nevada. No, we're leaving Nevada, back into California. So this is multiple thousands of dollars more than an Explorer ST, but you get the same powertrain. It's that 3-liter EcoBoost V6, 400 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque, just with that added kind of off-roady stuff too. So it's cool. It's a different flavor of Explorer, and I can see people who are active with their lifestyles. They like going hiking and kayaking and all those things. It definitely looks the part. The tires help for that, but it's been fun experiencing the Explorer Tremor where Ford would actually want people to take it. We went and used it. So if you have one of these, try it out off-road. It can be quite a bit of fun. It was comfortable. You have tons of tech creature comforts too. That's where it's not skimping out. We've got the B&O sound system. We have the massage seats. We've got Blue Cruise 1.5, which is the hands-free driver assistance system, where now it does lane changes too. So that's been added here. Nice updates to the interior across the entire Explorer lineup. But this has been fun getting to experience the Explorer Tremor, explore with the Explorer Tremor, and take on Death Valley. My first time ever in Death Valley, and it was really cool. The scenery is spectacular. A lot of living green things, more than I expected, given a place named Death Valley. It is the hottest, driest, lowest point in the country. 134 degrees Fahrenheit is the record temperature, I think, for planet Earth now, which is crazy. It's not, luckily, that today it's 64 degrees out. It's actually pretty nice, sunny. But Death Valley, Explorer Tremor, fun day. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for watching.